Willkommen! Welcome! Добро пожаловать! Hello world, this is Language Check, the channel you have to subscribe to if you're up for learning German or simply for some linguistic or grammatical advice on that language. So stay tuned and join my first lesson on the German language, dealing with the 5 basic vowels and how you might encounter them in most German words. So the topic, as you can see, will be the vowels and ways of pronouncing them. Well, as you know, European languages distinguish vowels from consonants. In general, there are sounds which vibrate freely through air and those which do not and seem to be voiceless. So one are the vowels and the others are the consonants. The 5 basic vowels we will have a look at will be A, E, I, O, U. So first we will have a look at only one of them, at A, and establish some categories of how to pronounce it at certain positions in words. After that we will explore the other 4. And keep in mind, you will encounter a lot of examples, a lot of new words that you really should take a pencil and a piece of paper and start writing your own vocabulary. The words starting with a capital letter mean nouns, so they are nouns which I will read together with their articles which belong to them, because those address the gender and the number of the nouns we encounter. So the articles, the 3 basic articles for the genders in singular mode are der, die, and das. So male, female, and the last one neutral. Yeah, and of course there is a plural number as well. German doesn't care about the gender in the plural form, so it's just die. Again, like it is with female, but it doesn't mean female, it just means that it's a plural number. So yeah, that's it so far, and let us start with our first vowel that there is. So A, if you have it, well, the first category that you can encounter, the first position A could be, is when it is followed by a single consonant. So a single A is followed by a single consonant, except for Ha. We will come to that on our next slide. And it is again followed by a next vowel. So if you have this constellation where you have a vowel followed by a consonant and then again by a vowel, or it is the last letter of a word. So if A, for example, is in the end of a word. So you might have words like die Mama, das Rad, sagen, die Frage, war, das Kuba. Yeah, and as you can see, as you can hear actually, those words, those A sounds are pronounced in a more or less normal way. They are not too long, not too short, and that's how it goes for the first category. If we go for the next slide, for the next category that there is, we will have, well, exactly that Ha that is following a vowel, an A in this case. And this ha is a special sound in German. It is like breathing your air out of your lungs. So you don't really pronounce it that much. You just slide over it. And what it does, it makes the vowels which come in front of it longer. So another similar sound that makes that is also making, for example, here the a longer is having a double a. So you might have words such as die Waage, der Draht. See, I don't pronounce ha, I just prolong the a here. So zahlen, fahren, das Paar. Yeah, and you see those sounds are extra long. Those kind of R's are extra long. Well, the next type of R, the next type of a vowel you can encounter in the German language, there is, of course, well, the last category that there is left is, well, a short one. So, yeah, if you have an A which is now followed by more than one consonant, so you have, for instance, words like die Art, bald, wachsen, kalt, alle, die Maske. So you see, those R sounds are pretty short and kind of fast as well. So short and fast. That's how you have to pronounce it in these positions inside words. So these are our three categories here. We can meet our vowels, and now we just have to make examples also for the other four vowels that they are. So if we go on and we take a look on E and O, so you will have, for example, if you go for the first normal category of E, you might have words like legen, der Weg, die Rede, geben. If you go for the extra long one, you might encounter words like das Meer, sehen, leer, mehr. Yeah? And this constellation here is special with the second word sehen. Sehen. You see, this ha is in the middle of two vowels. So e, then comes ha, the special sound I was talking about previously, and e again. So this ha is getting pronounced at least slightly. Normally don't. Normally if there wouldn't be a second e like it is in mehr, for example, in the last one there's an r following the ha, so you don't pronounce ha, you just prolong the e, as I told you before. But in sehen, you kind of slide over it, you breathe it out a little bit because e is following, another vowel is following ha. So yeah, we will have some more words like that later with with the rest of the vowels. So yeah, let us go on. If you have the short and fast category, we have words like essen, fest, lecker, rechnen. And so you see they are pretty short and fast. And let us go to the next vowel right on. We have O, and O, for example, for being normal, there could be words like die Dose, der Hof, Proben, das Nomen. So like more or less normal. And the extra long ones, which are das Boot, bohren, das Ohr, das Moos. Yeah. And the short and fast ones could be, for example, kosten, der Gott, das Loch, kommen. Yeah, that's it. Not that extraordinary difficult. And so let us move on to the last few vowels. We have here, for example, E. And E, I have to tell you, is a vowel which is a sound which is kind of normal by nature to be long, like longer than you expect it to be compared to the ones we had already. And you have, for example, in this kind of category, words like der Tiger, wir, Bikini, Maschine, die Maschine. And I forgot also for bikini the article der Bikini. If you have extra long words with E, well, you have to be careful. There are no words which have E, long E, shown as or expressed with a double E. There are words which have a double E, but they are constructed words, which are derived from the Latin language, or they are put together by grammatics. So these are the words you can encounter with extra long ones. There are two possibilities of doing it. One is putting an E after E, so you have Tier, so das Tier, for example. Yeah. Or again, the H sound, and you get ihr. Again, ziehen. Here you see there are both possibilities in one word, so it's extra long, and you have to at least pronounce the H a little bit here, just like you did with sehen. So ziehen. The next one could be, for example, riechen, and you have this E again, which makes an extra long E. And again with H, for example, ihn. So far so good. The last one thing which is to be understood with EE is that there are words which have it in the end of it, the last few letters of a word, and doesn't go for all of them, but many of them are pronounced simply separated. And those words are, for example, die Familie, die Lilie, die Studie, die Bestie. So you don't make a long E, you pronounce it separated. Yeah. The short and fast category goes pretty short and fast as it is. Der Wind, bitten, der wird, nicken. That's it, actually. And the last category that we can encounter, well, not the last category, but the last vowel that we have left is U. And if we go by those categories that we established, we have, for example, for the normal U, tun, Blut, das Blut, super. And there are words which seem to be short because there, for example, is ch, a ch following u, like in der Kuchen. But still, this one you pronounce longer than you think you should. So that's why I put it in brackets, because u is also kind of a longer pronounced sound by nature. Again, just like for double E, there's also for double U the thing that there are only words which are derived from Latin language or put together by grammatics that you could have a double U inside a word. But again, just like with double E, there wouldn't be pronounced like a long version of U. they would be pronounced separated. So oo, just like you would separately pronounce the double e, not as a long one sound. So it's not a long single sound. It's two sounds actually. So well, this is the trouble here a bit, but still you can do a long oo by putting a ha here. So you could have words like die Uhr or der Stuhl or ruhen. Again, here ha is in between two vowels, u and e, and you have at least slightly pronounce it. So ruhen. And die Kuh. The short and fast category is der Kuss, die Brust, die Null, das Wunder. Yeah, and that's it for our first lesson already. Next one will be about the mixed sounds and well, some special sounds that they are in the German language that you can come across, and yeah, a lot of more examples that you will meet there. So your homework for the next lesson is to write down those examples that we met today and yeah, put together a vocabulary list just as I told you in the beginning. Yeah, and of course it is possible for you to start over the video and watch it again so you memorize the things that I told you about more faster and quickly. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I'm happy to have you next time here. So subscribe so you don't miss out any lesson that will be coming up. And well, have fun learning German. Leave a comment, tell me how to do it better maybe next time. And well, tschüss, bye, Paka, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, до свидания.